Hey, Adrian.
Hey, Doug. What are you playing?
Playing a little Shadow of the Colossus HD collection. So this is the PS3 version of the PlayStation 2 Classic.
And boy, was it a classic.
It was pretty damn good.
It was. I actually just recently played the PS2 version. Still actually plays really well.
Yeah.
There's a few frame rate issues.
Yeah.
But,
So I've heard.
But I mean, yeah, it's a outstanding game. If you haven't played it, do yourself a favor. Go pick it up.
But if you still don't trust us, let's play the game a little bit and just show what it is. So basically, you're a stranger in a strange land, and you bring your lady along because apparently there's a curse in this land, but if you slay all the colossi, you could potentially bring her back to life, or bring her back from the brink of death.
It's the greatest love story never told. Or was it told?
They talk a little bit, so I'd say it's told.
Yeah, it's told. Okay.
So it's a damn good-looking game still, even though it's just a PS2 game with like the graphics slightly redone. So I'm not going to say that this plays like the best game ever, but I think that there's a lot artistically that it does differently than games have done or don't do today.
I actually really like the art style. You can see the same art style with Eco or Ico, however you want to pronounce it.
Sure.
Or the game that was announced but unofficially canceled, The Last Guardian.
That'll look pretty crazy, but it's kind of like the same sort of like a stone with overgrown with like moss and trees and everything like that with strange creatures.
Very different art style.
Yeah. So it now runs at a locked, 60 frames per second. It's got the textures redone. And so basically, let's get down to it. So you're this guy, and you're here to kill colossi.
The 16 colossi.
Yeah. So this game is nothing but boss battles. There's no little creatures that you have to fight on the side. There's no towns. The game is literally you, your horse, your girlfriend back at home, the mysterious force, and the 16 colossi. That's it. Oh, and salamanders. You have to kill salamanders to improve your grip. And that's important. We'll find out soon why. So one of the things that I really like about this game is that it doesn't have a lot of HUD elements. Like there's not just like a consistent health bar or anything up there. It's just kind of like, okay, the controls are relatively simple, although they are still a little bit weird, So for example, you have a grip meter. So you jump by pressing triangle, and then I'm holding R1 right now. That way I can scale this wall. So whenever you see ivy or basically anything overgrown, you can scale it by essentially jumping up like that, and then just holding R1 and hoping that there's something that you can grab on. So this is we just literally started the game, but we skipped the intro, and basically what we described is exactly what happens, just a lot less artistic, I would say.
Yeah, it's actually, I mean, I'm not even going to beat around the bush. It's a boring intro, unless you're really, trying to get the story of the game, which...
I wouldn't say it's boring, but it's just measured, It's setting up the game because, I mean, there's plenty of craziness that's going to go on here momentarily, but it's got to start somewhere. But it's a simple story. There's, not much to it. There's a lot that, it's how you interpret it. And I'll kind of leave it at that because I think the ending of the game is pretty fantastic.
I think it's really neat too. Like you were saying, there's no little monsters you fight. It's just boss battle after boss battle.
That's it.
And so it's really simplistic for, I guess, a game, but it's difficult at the same time because these aren't just your standard boss battle. This is like
almost like puzzles,
yeah.
Moving puzzles that you have to, and I'll show you why. So here we go.
We meet our first Colossus.
I remember getting the demo for this game for the official PlayStation magazine. So in this game, there is no upgraded skill tree. There's no sword that you have to level up or anything like that. You literally get your hands, which if you equip nothing, it helps you climb better. You get your sword, which you kind of have to use to take down Colossi, and then you get a bow. Now the bow
more or less just lures them in.
Yeah, exactly, or kind of makes them angry. So this guy, if we don't do anything,
he'll just keep wandering around.
He does not really care that we're kind of in his territory.
We're just a fly on the wall of this guy.
Exactly. So here we go. Let's wake him up a little bit. Oh, I don't think you like that at all. His eyes start glowing red.
What's actually really neat too is you can sit there and you can take all the Colossi down with just arrows.
Yeah, if you have like about 100 hours to spare, you could do that. But this game is relatively short. How much did you get? How much did you pay for this game on PlayStation Plus?
I paid $10 for it. Easily worth it.
Oh yeah.
You can get the actual collection with Eco, and that's
the one I got on.
Roughly right around $20 for that.
This isn't gonna work for me. Oh shit!
He almost got you.
He almost did. And then he woke up.
See, and then, like Doug was saying, it's more of a puzzler because you have to find a way to scale these gigantic creatures to get to the point to where, like it's saying right here, that they're, quote
you hold
unquote,
your
weak
sword.
spots.
Yeah, exactly. So you're trying to scan it so it looks like it's on the top of his dome right here. But, on the back of his leg. So the controller vibrates saying, hey, you found the weak spot. So it's built in. That way you're never really left guessing too much where the spots are. Just have to find a way to get on the Colossus. But they're going to try to shake you off. It's not a game where it's just, that's
you can
that's
hold on indefinitely, and they just repeatedly strategic measures to it.
Yeah.
Holding on, waiting for the the perfect
the stamina, moment. You have to climb up their ass. And the game's got it all. Now, I've literally beat this boss probably like 100 times showing off this game when it first came out, just because there was nothing that played like it. And I still don't think there are too many games that play like it. I think Dragon's Dogma, they tried a little bit of the same formula where you're climbing all over a monster, but you got to get on his dome. Bring it home. Something I just brought up.
And see, it's cool too because you can do little short stabs.
Yeah,
or you can
charge
hold
it up. And
charge it up.
Hopefully, it doesn't shake you off. And so that little pink circle on the bottom right-hand corner, that's your grip meter. Red bar is your health, and then self-explanatory what weapon that you're holding in your hands. So there you go.
Got. And that,
so,
my friends, is how you bring down Godzilla.
So I like the music, I like the simplicity of the gameplay, and it's cool. Like I said, there was a lot of games on the PS2 where you're just running around, you're just fighting monsters, having the same battles over and over again, but the Colossi are all different. Like this one right here, relatively straightforward, but there are some that fly, some that you have to scale. I think there's even one that underwater, right?
Yeah. It takes you underwater. There's the one that flies around. That one's probably the most interesting one because it goes through the sand as well. And if it hits the sandbar, you immediately fly off the thing. So you have to find another way to rescale it. And so it's just it's a really neat game. It's full of puzzles during the boss fight, I guess.
And it's just straightforward. It's one of those games that, yes, you can probably beat within a day relatively easily.
Yeah.
But I don't know. When I first got the game, I really enjoyed just kind of cruising around on the horse and just kind of exploring, looking for the salamanders or the geckos or whatever the heck they are, and improving the grip strength. And I don't know. It's just one of those games that still there isn't quite anything like it.
Yeah, nothing has done Shadow of the Colossus like Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah. I mean, you could argue like the God of War series tried it, but still is with quick time events all over the place, and it wasn't quite as involved and as methodical as like climbing up the Colossus, falling off a million times, and getting pissed off.
Yeah.
Which, I mean that in the best way possible.
It's going to happen, period. And so, I mean, all I'm saying is that if you have to go fight 16 of these things, she better be the one.
I think she is the one.
She better fix you a sandwich every time. You know, every day. It's a sandwich.
Just a sandwich for killing all these colossi?
Yes, that's she owes that to you for life.
Hold on, my next foe. In the seaside cave, it moves slowly. Why am I? Everybody can read. Why am I reading it?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's okay, though.
It's alright. I got into it, you know?
Yeah.
So they're all different, like I said. I think there's only one repeat, but it's still done slightly differently, so you still get the full 16 different colossi. There's your Link look-alike, some womanly hips. But, yeah.
Very feminine features in the face.
Well, that's how the Japanese like their protagonists.
That's true. Mario does look like a queer.
Wow. Sounds like one. There you go. Lining up right there.
Can you go that way?
Yeah. Not much up there, because that's where you came down from, remember?
True.
Yeah, but you just whip the heck out of the horse. You don't have to worry about a stamina meter. Aggro's got you. I want to say that was my fault, but no. This horse is kind of unruly.
Is it Assassin's Creed 3 horse bad?
I'd say that would probably be an improvement for me.
Assassin's Creed 3?
Just the horse controls, even though I had major difficulty with it. So I tell you, yeah, that's a little save point.
Wasn't no Red Dead horse control though, huh?
That's pretty good. That controlled like a rocket.
Just controlled like a GTA car. There we go.
I just wish more games, like, it's not really fun to tap on the X button, and this game is guilty of that, where you have to tap the X button to go at max speed. Just either let me hold down a button and that's it. It's not really a big immersion thing. If
Is that the thing he traveled over?
Yeah. He went quite a way. Like, that's where he's originally from. It's a good looking game, the way that they just moved like the camera and everything.
It is a good looking. It still holds up too. I think that's probably one of the craziest things, is that, what is it now, 7 years later, this game still holds up.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, at the end of the PlayStation 2's life, though, there were a lot of games that held up.
There's some good bangers. I think like the Persona 4 game, Persona 4, Persona 3, they came out a little bit later in the PlayStation's life. And looks like they're probably going to do the same thing again with Persona 5. So I'm just eagerly anticipating that. They've said that they're putting in work, but yeah, I don't know how much more you want to show of this, but that's kind of the game. And then you have to find out where the next Colossus is, and you go that way, and you go down, and yeah, there's different environments too. It's not just one big prairie. You go up into the mountains, you go next to the sea, and you go into abandoned temples. So there's a lot of different variety of not only the Colossi.
What's cool about the downloadable game too is that if you have a PlayStation Vita, this is cross-play compatible, so you can load it right onto your Vita and play it that way too.
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people actually bought a Vita, but I don't think too many.
Yeah. Everybody that I know that bought a Vita immediately went to Craigslist to sell the Vita.
They made wise choices.
You want to jump off? Is that how you want me to end?
I don't know if you can. Try it.
Oh, there's invisible walls everywhere.
A triangle.
I can. No, doesn't he just jump off at that? Broke the cutscene.
Uh-oh.
Oh, maybe down there? Ooh.
I think we can end it.
Right.
Showing the last Colossus.
So,
not the last one, but the next.
Do you want to play the next one?
No, you don't have to play it. Just show it off.
All right, we'll show it off.
Just to show the variation.
We'll
between
tease it, yeah.
ones, yeah.
And there's some gigantic ones, like the one that we saw. It's kind of a smaller one.
Yeah, I mean, there's some like ridiculously big ones. Like from the point that you scaled from the leg all the way to the head, sometimes that could just be
the kneecap.
The kneecap, yeah.
And they represent different animals as well. There's somewhere you have to get your horse into the mix.
Uh-oh. Get the horse into the equation. Take a right.
Thank you.
It's a little GPS, dude.
See?
Why is he just now busting out of that?
I don't know. Somebody shined a light in there. I mean, if somebody shined in a light in your house, you'd be like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, maybe not if, you know, the walls were all barricaded and such, you know.
Maybe we just literally found the time that he woke up from his little hibernation.
It represents, is that like a bull or a...
Yeah, I'd say so.
A bison? Maybe?
Bison? There you go.
And I'm not talking general bison.
Yes.
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 So yeah, that's Shadow of the Colossus. Let's
check it
let's
out.
take the horse and get the hell out of here.
Check it out on PlayStation Network or just, you know.
Look, he's doing a little trick for us. Or wait, did I just give away a secret? Ooh.
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Thanks for watching.